Well, on Saturday, when Showtime Championship Boxing begins its telecast, triple header of fights, Broner, Santiago in the main event, we begin the night with a 140-pound smash, a banger. We got a former world champion in Robert Easter Jr. taking on Ryan Martin, and this one should be a good one. Two fighters who know each other fairly well. Robert, man, it's been a while. 15 months since the last time we've seen you in the ring. This will be your second fight at 140 pounds. You two squared off in the amateurs. You two have sparred a number of times. I read a quote from you in the boxing scene where you said, I don't pretty much see no difficulty in handling him and adjusting to anything that he brings. Yeah. Is that because the familiarity you've had with him from the amateurs and from sparring?
No. Amateur and sparring is two different things from actually being in there with Aton. I look at any man that gets in the ring, they also have a 50% chance of beating you. You know what I'm saying? They human just like you. But like I said, what I've been working on and what I'm focused on and what I'm prepared to do, that's why I say I'm bringing my A game and I don't care about what nobody else brings to the table.
Same question then to you, Ryan. How much does the familiarity help you in coming into this fight because you guys have been in the ring a number of times?
Like he said, sparring and the amateurs is so different, but, I've changed so much. My arsenal is so much more. I'm focused. I'm clear. And this fight right here, it hypes. It gets me excited because we're two Ohio fighters. We got history. He beat me, so that's a chip on my shoulder right there. And it's just it's gonna be an action-packed fight, man. I'm gonna bring it.
How did you? What was your response when you saw that quote from him where he says, I don't see much difficulty in handling him or adjusting to anything he brings?
I kind of expect him to say that. Easter's Easter.
Bunny, talk to me about 140 because you were world champion at 135. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden 135 has become this hot division that everyone's looking at. With you now at 140, Adrien Broner now coming in at 140, can you guys, do you think, inject life into that division that we're seeing now at 135?
Of course. We just gonna make 140 hot. You know what I'm saying? Me, AB, we gonna just, stir up some shit. If I can say that on TV. Like I said, we coming to bring excitement to the game. At 140, this 140 division, there's a lot of guys line them up. You know what I mean? Plus, we coming for all the belts.
Ryan, this is an interesting test because you're taking on a former world champion. And for some, this may be their first opportunity at seeing you fight and fighting someone at his caliber. When you had that fight against Josh Taylor, you didn't let the hands go.
Right.
How important will it be for you to let the hands go against Robert Easter Jr.?
Yeah, it's going to be very important. I feel this fight, it's going to be so much action. It'll shut everybody down about the Taylor fight. Like I said, I'm clear-minded. I'm ready. Saturday night, they just get in there. We're gonna let them fly.
Robert, how much does this fight make it more interesting for you, considering you do have history? This young man certainly wants to come in here and beat you. How much does that add to this?
Like I said, every opponent come in there and try to beat me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's up to me. When me and my team worked on, we were ready for anything, and to get that dub come February 20th.
How different of a fighter are you? Considering, we haven't seen you in 15 months, so it's been a while. How different of a fighter stylistically in the ring are you, do you think?
Very different. Man, I've been in brawls. I really haven't showed like my boxing ability. So, like I said, me, Mike Stafford, and my father, we all worked on, boxing, nothing but boxing and just being myself.
Ryan, how anxious are you for this?
And words can't explain. Say the truth right now. I'm just ready for Saturday night. Ready to get the weigh in Saturday night. Get under them lights and put on a show, man. It's gonna be an entertaining fight, man. That's all I can say. It's gonna be something because I know it's a lot of people saying things about me versus the Taylor fight, so I have to erase that. So it's kind of like I'm battling two things.
How has COVID affected your return, and how has that changed you coming into this fight? Because things are so much different.
During the COVID, I really it really set me down and let me fall back in love with boxing. Being off for that time and never knowing when we was going to get that phone call to get back in the ring. So I had to focus up. I had to focus up, and it gave me a different drive because I had to be ready whenever they gave me the phone call. So it motivated me at that. You know what I'm saying? Plus we had to stay healthy, all that. So my son, had to look after my son as well, make sure he was healthy as well. So that put a different drive, man. And the pandemic, it just set everything back. So like I said, man, we more than ready, more than excited being here. And February 20th, man, just watch out, just stay tuned,
Before we get to questions from members of the media, I want to give you a final comment here. What should people expect, Ryan, when you get in the ring with Robert Easter Jr. on Saturday?
To come with it. Come with it. I always knew this fight between Easter would happen.
Why is that?
Just from honestly, I really don't know. I just always knew that we would meet again in the ring in competition. Not just because of the sparring we did together or the fight. I just always. I think it was because I lived in Ohio and we were so close to each other. Like he was in Toledo and I was in Cleveland, and just always thought this fight was happening. I just didn't think it would happen like this in the bubble. But I knew this fight would happen.
Give us a final comment here. What should we expect on Saturday?
Saturday, February 20th. Expect, nothing but a bunny show. I'm still in the shine from my big brother AB too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Greg Domino from Showtime will basically, for members of the media who have questions, he will acknowledge you. Make sure you hit the raise your hand icon there on your Zoom, and Greg will announce you, and you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Greg, let's take our first question from members of the media.
Okay, thank you, Brian. The first question here comes from Joel Sewell.
Hey, how you gentlemen doing today?
All right.
All right, I got a question for you, Robert. Robert, how difficult has it been for you as a fighter to train during the pandemic? I just want to know, how tough it is for a fighter to train based off the conditions we living in, with this pandemic thing. And I also want to ask you, do you feel that 140 is the best place for Robert Easter Jr. to fight, or, this is not the final destination?
Training has not been that hard. We just had to take caution, where our whereabouts and, things we do. Had to swab our damn nose every other day, but that was about it. But 140 is definitely the place for me to be right now. More than excited to fight at 140. I feel stronger, and in the future, that's the future. So, but we worried about the present right now. Capturing his title at 140.
All right, thank you, guys. Good luck to both of you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. The next question here comes from James Conlon. Just a reminder, please raise your hand if you have a question for Ryan or Robert.
This goes to Robert and Ryan. I suppose many people are talking about this fight and saying it could be as good as Errol Spence against Sean Porter in terms of how close it could be. It could be really a fight of the year contender. And do you believe that this fight will steal the card on Saturday night in terms of a bit of a spectacle? Maybe Robert, you could answer first.
Of course. I told you I was stealing the shine from my big brother AV. You know, I'm coming with a lot of explosiveness and a lot of character come Saturday.
Ryan?
Could this one steal the show?
Yeah, this definitely can steal the show. You got two fighters that's coming to fight, first of all, and you can see it on the card. No, it's gonna steal.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, thank you. And our last question here comes from Jeremy Harrigis of Fansided.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Robert. Thank you for taking the time to talk today. First question's for Ryan. Ryan, there was about a year and a half, a little bit longer from the loss to Taylor to when you entered the ring again. Can you describe, boxing-wise, what did you do during that time to kind of retool and get to where you are right now?
I just stayed working, to tell you the truth. I just, of course I made the camp move, but I found the home and I continued to work for the time I took off. Nothing, COVID or anything didn't stop me, really affect me because, me, if anybody know me personally, I don't, I'm a stale person. I don't really do much. So COVID hasn't affected my life one bit. And so I just stayed working, I stayed focused, and I knew I just had to wait on the opportunity again. And this is it right here, Saturday night.
For Robert, as Brian pointed out, there's some history there. You have some experience, amateur sparring, things of that nature with Ryan. Looking at some of the opposition that you've faced, Comey, Fortuna, Garcia, do you see Ryan as being on their level, or how does he fit in to some of those names?
Like I said, I respect any fighter to get us in the ring, but it's all up to me. It's all up to me to show my showcase my skills and just bring my stuff to the table. I'm just worried about me just putting on a show, a great performance, showing my skills and my strength and everything that we worked on this camp.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Robert, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from the media. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you. Along those lines, Robert, he asked you about some of the guys you fought. Considering you were world champion at 135, and when you look at now the attention 135 is getting, was there any part of you when you said coming back, maybe I stretch it and stay a little bit longer and get in the mix with these guys?
No, not at all, man. And making that weight, no, I don't see it, man. Like I said, I feel comfortable and I feel stronger at 140, so that's where I'm at.
All right, love it. All right, of course, this will be the first fight of the night on Saturday night. It comes your way at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time on Showtime Championship Boxing. Robert Easter Jr., the former lightweight champion of the world, taking on Ryan Martin, two guys who've got some history here. It will start and set the table on Saturday night. Gentlemen, before we end this, let's get a face-off here. Place your mask on, just stand behind the table. We'll have a quick face-off. There you have it. Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Showtime Championship Boxing. The main event, Adrien Broner, Jovanie Santiago.